corkscrew spin. Now this one can be tricky to learn, but if you get the weight, the pivot point and the edges correct, you're halfway there. Before you try this one, it will be really good if you've already locked in the normal spin and the toe-toe spin. Now I have done videos on similar skills already called the 6-wheel spin, and we've also done the Detroit where you wrap yourself into the spin, and this is going to be very similar to the corkscrew. So having a normal 2-foot spin locked in is really going to help you, because when you do that, you actually use a heel toe here. So if I'm going clockwise, I will be toe on my right foot, heel on my left foot, like this. Now for the corkscrew, you need to be the other way around. So I'd have to be on my right heel and my left toe. And obviously, if you're going to spin anti-clockwise, you would use the left heel and the right toe. You need to have really good control of your heel-toe manuals. So a really good move to practice would be the split switch, because this really helps with your heel-toe manuals and getting the strength in your legs that you're going to need to push yourself around. Let's talk about this cross position, because this is a very awkward position. So to get into the spin, you need to have a bend in this back leg here. And this is where you need to be to get these legs crossed. So whichever way around you're going to do it, you have to have a bent leg at the back to tuck underneath. We're going to start nice and easy, and we're going to be in a staggered position. So if I'm going to spin clockwise, I'm in the stagger with my right foot in front. And if I'm going anti-clockwise, I'm going to have my left foot in front. So I'm going to have my weight on the heel of this foot and the toe of this foot, and I'm going to turn. And what's going to happen is I'm going to start like this in my stagger, and I'm going to put weight on my heel and my toe, and I'm going to turn like that. So that's all I'm doing at the moment, is turning. Now what I'm going to use is my shoulders to turn me. So they're going to go first, and then I'm going to turn there. And likewise, this way, turn. We're talking about using your shoulders for this. So a great place to start is at the wall, because it makes you keep your shoulders open. Standing like this, I'm going to spin anti-clockwise. So I've got my right leg back, I've got my weight on my heel, and I'm going to pivot on my heel and toe. And I'm going to open my body and turn a quarter turn towards the wall, like this. So I'm pivoting in place, heel toe. And then I'm going to go again. And this is going to wrap my legs into the cross position here. So I'm now in my corkscrew because I've wrapped myself up. Turn, turn. So in the other position, if you want to go clockwise, you want to be here, heel toe, and then I'm twisted together. So once you've managed to wrap yourself into this cross position, there are a couple of options when you get here. Now, one requires you to cross further than the other. So it's a matter of picking the one that feels the most comfortable for you. Because there's one here where it feels like you're almost chasing your foot like this. Or you can do one where you actually completely cross your feet and it's more of a spin like you would do on a 2-foot spin, like here. So it very much depends what feels the most comfortable for you, but I'm gonna kind of go through both of them. Let's talk about this one where it feels like you're almost chasing your other foot here. So the majority of my weight is going to be down onto this foot that's at the back on the toe manual. So whichever foot, that is my pivot point. And then my other foot, the one that's in front, is going to have all the weight on this back outside wheel. The position that I was talking about at the very beginning, where you have to crouch down, it's really important in this version of the spin, because I'm going to crouch and push down in this back leg. And this foot is going to spin around here, like this. What I would do is I would start in my stagger, my toe down, already focusing weight down into that toe. And then I'm going to do my twist, but I'm going to think about keeping my weight on the back leg. So I'm twisting here. See how my shoulders are taking me? Weight on that outside back wheel, focus down into this foot here. Whichever way you do it, you've got to take that shoulder. So if it's anti-clockwise, it's the left shoulder. Here. So now we're going to talk about the one that I feel is the harder version. This is because you can't rely on this back leg. You now have to have your weight pretty much 50-50, and you have to be much more cross. This is more, I think, officially the corkscrew spin. So we're going to go back to our twisting position. So I'm going to have my toe down, and I'm thinking about this foot is on the heel. So the foot at the front is on the heel, and I'm going to pivot. Turn my shoulders, pivot. Now I'm going to turn my shoulders again and pivot. But when I do, the foot here is going to have to slide in like that. So this is what makes this harder. So the other way, turn my shoulders, pivot. Now I'm going to have to bring the foot in flat together here. Now when I get to that bit, the weight has to focus down on one wheel of each foot to make essentially the two wheels that are going to rotate around. So if I'm here, I'm going to be here. So basically you want these feet like this, and you're going to rotate on this wheel and this wheel here. And that is your pivot point. And then for the other way around, you're here. So your pivot point is going to be this wheel and this wheel. The momentum for this one is the same as any spin. You start wide and you pull in. So I'm going to start in quite a wide stagger here, and then my twist goes tighter, and that's what's going to get my spin for me. And the shoulders are so important. So if you're doing the one with the two wheels here, shoulders. So you can actually do little turns. So now I'm here, I'm going to focus my weight, focus on the outside back, the front left, and I can actually do my twists. If I focus my weight correctly, I can turn my body, twist my feet, turn my body, twist my feet. And that way you can get the feeling of this actually happening in this rotation. So you can actually get a spin. As we've gone along, I've mentioned lots of different skills that are going to help you build up to the corkscrew. So what I will do is put a playlist together of all the skills that I think are going to help you, so they're nice and easy to find. Now this is, I consider to be one of the hardest moves. It's definitely advanced, so don't get frustrated with it. Take your time, use the skills to build up to it. And when you're ready, you can do it on a toe-toe, but that's a whole nother video. I'm Katie, you've been watching Skatie, and I'll see you next time. Bye.